So in this final example, what we're going to do is we're actually going to run something called a batch script. A batch script, you can create many different types of batch scripts, and what they actually do is they can do certain actions on your computer. Let's have a look at an example. To create a batch script is really easy and is not really the focus of this particular exercise, but if you're curious, you can go online and just search for sample batch scripts. They're called .bat. How to create one? We're just going to click on the Start, the Windows orb in the bottom left. It's just off the screen here, but you know how to do that. And I'm going to click on Notepad. I'm going to type in a particular batch script, and what this means is it is going to create a pop-up that has the following words in it. And I'm going to go File and now save that in a folder, and I'm going to call it Email Example. And this is the important thing, don't save it as a type.txt. You want to save it as a .bat. That's called a batch file. And click Save. And now I'm going to close that down. Now any batch file you can run just by double clicking on it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it to run if an email occurs. Now you can get a batch script to automatically print things, you can get batch scripts to shut down your computer, you can get batch scripts to do a whole host of different things on your computer. But it's just quite an interesting exercise to have it based on an email notification. So the condition is going to be, if I have the email subject of the word batch, it's going to run it. So I need to create that rule. So I'm going to come into Rules, Create a Rule. And of course we're going to go into the advanced options again. And it is going to have, in the message header, the specific word batch. And click OK. Now the action is going to be to start an application. When I click on Application, you can see it's expecting a .exe, an executable. But in fact, I don't want to do that. I want to run a batch file. So if I change this to all files, you can see, there we go, there's my email example .bat that I created. And I'm going to click Open. I'm going to click Next. I'm going to ignore the exceptions. And I'm going to keep it as the title batch, because I like that. And click Finish. It tells me once again that Outlook must be running for this to take place, and I'm happy with that. Now let's just wait for an email and see it happen. So I've just arranged for an email to be sent with the word batch in the subject. Here it's received, and you can automatically see this pop up as I had said in that little bit of batch script, and it says you can use a batch file to do lots of things, and that's it. Now remember, this is just an example of a batch file, but batch files could switch off your computer. So perhaps you've got your computer at home running and you want to be able to send an email if you're out and about and you forgot, you left your computer on. You can send even a command via email, and what will happen is then that batch file will automatically shut down your computer. That's just one example, whether it's of use or not, but it's a very, very powerful tool that you can use. As usual, give it a go.